What if paradise demands your soul as the price of entry? Imagine standing at the edge of a fog-shrouded shore, the salty tang of the sea mixing with the metallic bite of blood in the air, much like those fateful beaches in history where warriors like the Spartans at Thermopylae faced impossible odds, their hearts pounding with a mix of dread and defiance. That's the visceral pull of Episode 4 of Hell's Paradise. Jigakuraku Season 2, released on February 1st, 2026. A chapter in the saga that plunges you deeper into a world where hope flickers like a dying flame in a storm. As Gabimaru and his ragged allies claw their way through the island's horrors, this episode whispers a universal truth. What are you willing to sacrifice for redemption? It's not just a story, it's a mirror to our own battles with inner demons, leaving you wondering, could you endure such a hell to grasp paradise? The suspense builds like a gathering thundercloud, urging you to dive in and uncover the answers yourself. Streaming on Crunchyroll and Netflix in select regions. Episode 4 picks up the threads from the previous installment, where Mei regains her youthful form through Hoko's selfless act, echoing those poignant moments in tales like Romeo and Juliet, where love demands the ultimate price, pulling you right into the heartache as if you're witnessing the farewell embrace. Here, the survivors, Gabimaru, Sajiri, Cheyenne, Fuchi, Yuzuriha, Gantetsusai, and Nurugai huddle in recovery, piecing together the island's deadly Tao logic, that mystical energy flowing like an invisible river beneath their feet. But tranquility shatters with the arrival of a new expedition. The formidable Yamada Asiman Shugen leads a group including Jika, Kayamaru, Isuzu, and the ruthless Ishigekure ninjas, dispatched by the shogun to seize the elixir of life at any cost. Key events unfold with precision. Mei senses the intruders, alerting the group like a sentinel in ancient sieges, such as the fall of Troy, where whispers of danger ripple through the night, making your pulse quicken as if you're hiding in the shadows with them. The newcomers, bound by ironclad loyalty, view Gabimaru as a traitor from a Wagakure, igniting a hunt that splits the protagonists into two teams, one charging toward the Tensen's palace for the elixir, the other securing an escape route off the Cursed Isle. Meanwhile, Asa Chobe grapples with his captivity among the immortals, his defiance mirroring rebels in history like Spartacus, chained yet unbroken, teasing a breakout that leaves you on the edge, craving to see if he'll shatter his bonds. No major spoilers here, but the episode ends on a razor-sharp cliffhanger, much like those gripping pauses in classic thrillers, fueling an intense curiosity. What hidden alliances will fracture next? You feel the urgency, as if the island's vines are coiling around your own ankles, compelling you to watch and unravel the mystery. This episode propels the narrative forward like an arrow loosed in the dark, building on Season 1's island arrival and Season 2's early Tensen confrontations. It covers manga chapters roughly 60 to 64, from the Lord Tensen arc's escalation, where the story shifts from survival skirmishes to a full-blown power struggle. Key revelations include the Ishigekure ninjas' fanatical obedience, their tools forged for the shogun's will, ready to self-destruct on command, clarifying why they target Gabimaru. As a deserter from their village, he's a stain on their honor, much like outcasts in samurai lore who must be purged. Plot twists involve Shugen's unyielding samurai code, which masks a hypocritical zeal, as fan discussions on Reddit and X, like one post calling him a hypocrite amid solid Mappa action, highlight his willingness to slaughter allies for purity. Pacing is taut, balancing quiet strategy sessions with bursts of carnage, avoiding the drag some fans complained about in Episode 3's recovery scenes. Dramatic balance shines in juxtaposing Chobiai's internal turmoil with the external invasion, creating a symphony of tension. For those cloudy aspects fans buzz about, like why the ninjas prioritize killing over the elixir, manga context reveals it's rooted in a Wagakure's doctrine, loyalty above life, with Gabimaru's hollow past, his emotionless assassin upbringing, making him a symbol of betrayal. Previous episodes' Tao ambiguities? Here, it's explained as a regenerative force tied to the island's immortals, but the manga, Chapter 62, deepens it. Tao isn't just energy, it's a philosophical cycle of life and death, where imbalance leads to monstrous transformations. Reddit threads from Season 1 echo this confusion, with users debating if Tao is key or something unique. It's both, a blend that enriches the survival game. X posts praise the episode's action payoff, scoring it 9.3 out of 10 for impact, underscoring how it clarifies the escalating threats without overwhelming. Overall, it's a masterclass in escalation, leaving you questioning, when does duty become destruction? destruction. Gabamaru evolves from hollow killer to reluctant protector, his choices, splitting the group, revealing hidden wounds from his village's brainwashing, surprising yet consistent with his growing bond to Sagiri. It's transformative, like a phoenix rising, but laced with doubt. Can he truly escape his past? Shugen emerges as a chilling antagonist, his psychological depth in rigid morality, hiding a fractured soul, motivated by fear of impurity, echoing historical zealots like the Inquisition's hunters. Sagiri's hope in Shugen as an ally crumbles, her growth in leadership shining through vulnerability. Chobiai's captivity exposes his raw survival instinct, his motivations shifting from greed to defiance against godlike beings. Dialogues are sharp, like Shugen's decrees that resonate like echoes in a coliseum, foreshadowing betrayals. Were they consistent? Yes, but surprising in their intensity, leaving emotional echoes. Imagine feeling Chobiai's chained rage as your own, pushing you to wonder, what breaks first, body or spirit? Beyond survival, the episode probes power's corruption, how the elixir tempts like forbidden fruit in Eden, forcing choices between morality and despair. It manifests in Shugen's code, a facade for control versus Gabamaru's hope-fueled fight, questioning, is true strength in sacrifice or domination? Survival versus hope plays out in group divisions, mirroring real-life dilemmas like soldiers in wars choosing between mission and comrades. Despair looms in Chobiai's isolation, but glimmers of hope in Mei's restoration-esque. Can broken souls mend? It's profound, pulling you into philosophical depths as if pondering your own crossroads. New rules enrich the universe. Ishigekyu's ninja culture adds a layer of feudal intrigue, their self-sacrificial ethos complicating alliances. The island's Horai, inner paradise, is teased as a Tao nexus, where immortals like the Tensen manipulate life cycles, deepening the horror. It's not just monsters, but an ecosystem of eternal suffering. The script is poetic yet impactful, avoiding cliches with lines like Shugen's vows that echo samurai oaths in films like Seven Samurai, where honor clashes with humanity. They carry weight, foreshadowing carnage, and linger, like a whisper in the wind after credits, making you relive the tension as if you're there, blade in hand, heart racing. What unspoken regrets will surface next? Animation by Mappa dazzles under art director Akitsugu Hisejai, whose symbolic use of shadows, dark tendrils creeping like doubt, amplifies emotional dread. Colors shift from muted grays of despair to fiery reds of battle. Stillness in planning scenes contrasting fluid movement in fights, shaping impact. Beauty here means fragility, like cherry blossoms falling in a storm. Visuals director, part of the team, ensures every frame haunts. Direction by Kaori Makita employs dynamic camera angles. Low shots on Shugen to loom like a tyrant, quick edits mirroring chaos, amplifying tension, much like Spielberg's suspense in Jaws, where the unseen threat grips you. The soundtrack, composed by Yoshiaki Dua, acts as a silent predator. Motifs of eerie strings build to crescendos in action, while silence in Chobiai's scenes screams isolation, burning into memory like a forgotten melody that suddenly resurfaces. Voice acting elevates it all. Chiaki Kobayashi as Gabamaru delivers tremors of vulnerability, embodying his fractured soul. Makoto Furukawa as Shugen infuses intensity that chills, his timbre like a blade's edge. Yumari Hanamori as Sagiri adds hopeful warmth, her delivery trembling with resolve. These performances don't just speak, they possess, drawing you in as if their voices echo in your own thoughts. This episode scarred me with its raw emotion, wonder at Mei's revival, dread in the hunt, like witnessing a gladiator's fall in the Colosseum, feeling the crowd's roar in your veins. Pivotal moments collide destinies, a breaking point shifting alliances, evoking universal questions. What defines us, our chains or our choices? It sparks wonder amid despair, leaving philosophical echoes. Have you ever faced a hell of your own making? The immersion is deep, pulling you into the fray, curiosity burning. How far will they fall before rising? Pacing dips in setup scenes, potentially confusing with lore dumps, but reverse reading reveals its deliberate. Opacity mirrors the island's mysteries, thematic for survival's fog. Complexity might overwhelm, yet it rewards patience, like puzzles and history's enigmas. Balanced, it's a strength in ambition over minor opacity. Episode 4 excels in narrative drive, character depth, and visual poetry, though minor pacing hiccups temper perfection. It succeeds masterfully, weaving horror with hope. Yet, as shadows lengthen, one question haunts. Will you brave the island's embrace to claim your own elixir? Watching isn't a choice. It's the inevitable pull toward truth, a journey into your soul's hidden paradise. What secrets await in the next whisper of wind?